Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a different kind of video. One of my beauty vloggers that, well, not a vlogger, but she's like a makeup artist and everything on YouTube, Annette's Corner, she did a video on 10 palettes she would keep if she were to ever have to get rid of any or whatever. And I mean, I don't have as many as everybody else does. I think we got like, me and Autumn combined have almost 30 palettes. So I thought that I would do a version of which ones I would keep too. So of course, you know, most of them is Jeffree, but I promise there are ones in here that are not Jeffree. So without any further ado, let's get to the video. These are in no particular order. I just pulled them out of my little cubby hole where I keep all my palettes and everything at. But the first one that I have is my Anastasia and jackieainapalette. I freaking love this palette, all from the packaging all the way to everything in here, and I will show you why I mainly bought this palette. You see these two colors right here, Wigglies and Shookington? Those two alone is what made me buy this palette, but all the colors in here work freaking awesome. And I mean, yes, fallout in the pans and everything, but as long as the formula works, then it's good. Next palette we have is, of course, my new fave here recently. So good that I actually ordered another one because it's limited edition. It's the Disney ColourPop Designer Collection Midnight Masquerade palette. I freaking love this palette. Can't get enough of this palette. So, but I mean, here's the color story in it. I mean, they swatch and they work so freaking good. Like my favorite colors in here is this Merryweather color, Gaston, and then I love the floating lantern. That's a pressed glitter. There's the floating lantern. There's Gaston. And there's Merryweather. Like, those are my three favorites in that whole palette. Moving on to the next one. Next palette. I don't really use this one a lot, but I don't think I could ever get rid of it. I love it. I love the reds in it. It's the Blood Sugar palette. I love how it's like a VCR case. But the Blood Sugar palette. I don't really care much for the browns in here, but the reds and the purples are freaking amazing. That one's really good. My favorite colors in this one are, let's see, Prick, Cherry Soda, and I love Blood Sugar. Here's Blood Sugar, Cherry Soda, and then there's Prick. And I also like Candy Floss. That one's a good one too. Really good palette. I just don't ever reach for it like I thought I was going. Next one I have is the Beauty Killer palette. This is his first ever palette, but I love it. I mean, this Courtney color in here is freaking awesome. That one's pretty good, and I love this color. That one does good too, but I just don't wear it that much, and this is a good highlight color. So let's see, this Courtney, and I love how big the pans are in this palette. So alright, here is Rich Bitch, and then we have Courtney. It's an awesome transition shade. And then we have Expensive. Expensive and Rich Bitch does best whenever you whenever you wet your brush, well, spray your brush after you put it on there and put it on. Oh, it looks so freaking awesome. On to the next one. Okay, this other one is the Mini Breaker palette. I freaking love this one. My favorite color is purple anyway. So, like, purple and orange are my two favorite colors. So, I mean, these are freaking stunning. They're easy to work with, as usual, with all of Jeffree's formulas. Like, you know, there's hardly any of his shadows that don't work really well, except for like androgyny. There's like the 2 blue colors in there. They don't really work good for me. But I mean, his formulation has come a long way since his first couple palettes. So I mean, you know. But my favorites in this palette are, I love this one, Orange Crush. I love Oral, and then this one right here. This one's also a pretty color. All of them are actually really pretty, but if I had to pick, those would be mine. But yeah, Orange Crush, Oral, and then Bite Me. And Bite Me is also, here's Bite Me. It is also in the Jawbreaker palette. There's Bite Me, there's Oral, and then there's Orange Crush. Freaking love those colors. And in the pan, Orange Crush has some glitter in it, but when you really put it on your eyes or whatever, it don't really show as much. And the Oral shade, I've learned that if you put it on a brush first and then, you know, spray it with Fix Plus or any setting spray, really, it ain't gotta be an expensive setting spray, because I've got the hard candy one and it still works fine too. Moving on. Now, shocker, this is not a Jeffree Star one. And like I said, these aren't in any particular order. I just grabbed a bunch of them. So, but this one right here, I got this for my sister and her friend for Christmas last year. And it shocked the crap out of me when we started using it. I was like, yeah, it'll probably be okay, you know, but it's not really like high brand, you know, like, you know, anything in Sephora or Ulta or whatever. And it's kind of more on the dollar store makeup, not dollar store makeup, drugstore makeup. But this is the, let's see, the Disney Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas Wonderful Nightmare Eyeshadow Palette. I got this at Hot Topic. It was $16.90. I don't know if this is vegan or cruelty free. It doesn't say nothing on the back. I take it that it's not, because it says designed in USA and made in China, so it's probably not. I'm sorry. You know, I never really realized all that vegan and cruelty free until Jeffree and all them. But yeah, I busted one of the pans in here, and I could have like I was just so upset, because of course it got into one of mine and Autumn's favorite colors in here. But here it comes with a little bitty mirror. That's cute. But I think this is like a highlight and like a contour colors maybe. But these colors are freaking beautiful. The red don't perform that great. I mean, you kind of got to really pack it on. But the green is amazing. So are these two right here. And then this one's pretty. This one's gorgeous. And then this one is always a beautiful highlight. It kind of actually reminds me of Cullinan from the Blue Blood palette. But my favorite ones out of here are, I have a lot of favorite ones in this one. The green one, let's see, here's the green one. It's called Gambling Boogeyman. And then that was a horrible swatch. And then we have the darker blue one, which is Christmas Town. That was really pretty. And then I love Halloween Town, which is right next to it. That one's really pretty. Zero's Nose is pretty. And then the Mr. Unlucky, that white shimmer color, it's really pretty. Love it. Look at that. It's beautiful. But yeah, these are my favorite colors out of the palette. I just wish I wouldn't have busted the brown in it, because it's like getting everywhere and it's just so annoying. Like, you know, but I've definitely gotten my money's worth out of it. I've actually used it more than Autumn has. But it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? On to the next one. Alright. This, I'm gonna be honest. I used to not like Jeffree. Like, I just I used to think he was like really weird. Like when he was on MySpace. I remember him on MySpace. I was like, oh my god, he's kind of weird, you know. But then on Facebook, I saw the video of Jeffree Star making Shane Dawson feel poor for like 10 minutes. And like, I was like, oh my god, maybe he has changed, you know, maybe, you know, he's better. So I started watching his videos. And so when this palette came out was about the time I had started watching him and everything. So this was, I bought this, I don't think I bought it during the launch because it was all sold out, I think. But the Alien palette, I love the design of it. I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird, like trying to find somewhere to store it. But look at these eyes. They're 3D. They're pretty freaking cool. And like, I love the way it does this. You know, it's cool to open. But these shades in here are freaking stunning. Like I said, they're all easy to work with. They all, you know, perform awesome. I don't have a problem with any of these colors. And it's just freaking awesome. I mean, the pans are starting to get ruined a little bit, but, you know, I love this one. I love this Phone Home shade, Area 51, and Probe. This black is pretty good, too. And I love these two colors right here. I guess that's more of a chartreuse than it is a green color, but that one's freaking awesome. And that one, I mean, I love all of them. But if I have to choose, let's see. Yeah, I always use Phone Home. Every time I dip into this palette, Phone Home is always the one I use for like a transition shade or whatever. But here's Pluto. And then we have Phone Home, Area 51. Oh, I love purple. Purple's my favorite color anyway. And then Probe. Oh, it's so freaking beautiful. And I like Space Cowboy too. It's pretty freaking cool. Where are we gonna put this? Right there. So freaking cool. I mean, you can do so many looks with this palette. And like, I love green too. And I'm from Louisiana, so I've done a few Mardi Gras looks with this palette before. So, on to the next one. Look, I know y'all gonna get sick of all these Jeffree palettes, but I don't have that big of a collection that, like, you know, I mean, I've got other palettes. Like, I've got a few BH Cosmetics palettes. I've got like some cheaper palettes, like a hard candy palette and all that, but they suck. And like, if I had to throw away any of these, you know, all of them, and save any, these would be the ones that I would choose. And I mean, some of the Jeffree Star ones didn't even make it. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, here's another one. I mean, it's pretty, you know, obvious why I chose this one. Because, I mean, look at it. It's his first huge palette, and it's got every color under the sun that you'll need. The Jawbreaker. And can we just talk about this color right here? Like, I know it's a bad word, but y'all, this color is stunning. That one, Gumdrop, the purple one, Brain Freeze is gorgeous, Soaked is gorgeous. Now, Soaked and Sour, these two right here, there are problems with these. Like, if you just want to put it on your lid or put it under your lower lash line, they work fine. But if you try to blend them, they're going to blend out into oblivion, and it just is aggravating. But I mean, all these colors, I mean, Jawbreaker, Cotton Candy, Lemon Drop, I don't really know if I have a favorite out of this whole palette. I mean, this sunset, you know, colors right here to, you know, these little pastel colors, neon colors. I mean, God, it's got, if I had to do it to where I had just one palette, I'd probably choose this one, because I mean, you got two little neutrals right here that you can use, plus, you know, this white and this baby pink for a neutral color look. Or if you need something rainbow pastel, I mean, this palette's got you covered. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I'll show you these colors right here. I love how his shimmers feel. They're so freaking awesome. Ooh. Okay, so here's the FUCK color. I used this one in my first ever YouTube video. Here is Soaked. Just look at that. Oh, those two together are pretty. Alright, next is Lemon Drop. Oh, that's my nephew's school colors. I didn't even think about that. The blue and gold. Okay, and then the other color is Gumdrop, that purple. Oh, and then the purple and gold, that's LSU. Hey! But I mean, just look at those. They're freaking stunning. How could you, like, not want to keep this in your collection if you have this? You know what I'm saying? It's freaking awesome. Jeffree's formulas are pretty awesome. I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta really, oh my god, I got makeup all on my hoodie. It's a black hoodie. Of course, it's all on it. Anyway, okay, it came off. But Jawbreaker is really, really good. I wasn't gonna get it at first because I was kind of iffy on the price, but I'm so glad I got this color. I mean, this palette. Oh, also this delicious color right here. This one is a pain in the arse to try to blend out. Just saying. Alright, we're down to 2 more palettes. Okay, this one, blue is in my like top 10 favorite colors, so you know I have to put it in here. It's the Blue Blood palette. This palette, you don't see, that's what I love about Jeffree. I know you're probably sick of hearing about Jeffree, but I don't care. It's my channel. If you don't like it, get off. But, I mean, that's what I like about Jeffree. He does stuff that's out of the box, you know, stuff that you don't see all the time, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, I love the 80s. I was born in 89. So, I mean, when you see blue makeup, you think the 80s. So, this is another reason why I freaking love this palette. There's so many of these colors in here I freaking love. So, this is what the palette looks like. And I mean, it's got some neutral colors in here if you wanted to do a more neutral, you know, kind of look with a little pop of color. But I love Cullinan, I'm Cold, Blue Monday's my favorite out of the whole thing. And then Ocean Ice is my favorite. The darker colors are, they're kind of hard to blend out, like the Power, Cremated, and Undertaker are kind of hard to deal with. But I mean, it's not that bad to where I'll never, you know, pick up the palette again. But, you know, so I've already done got rid of the diamond in the Cullinan box. But, oh, and it feels so soft. Here's Cullinan. Oh my goodness. And then I'm Cold. Beautiful freaking color, love it. And then, oh, I love Blue Blood as well too. It's a really pretty color. Ooh, these 3 right here are a look. Ice Tray's really, really pretty too. That one's really pretty. Like I said, all of them are like freaking pretty. Where did my makeup wipe go? But yeah, Blue Monday is definitely my favorite in this palette. And I've seen a lot of people don't like Blue Monday, but I freaking love it. I know it comes off more as a purple, but I mean, you know, I did like a smoky eye with this one. Entitled's pretty too. It's this shimmer. And then Ocean Ice. Ocean Ice is one of the main reasons why I bought this palette, because I was like, I was deceased. Just look at that. Oh my gosh. How could you, like, not? The only thing about that one is, I forgot until I just put it on that it stains purple. But you know what? It's okay. It'll be okay. Actually, while we're here, I mentioned earlier that that one in the Nightmare Before Christmas reminded me of Cullinan. I want to do a side-by-side comparison real quick while I got it out. It's this Mr. Unlucky shade right here. Let's see what it looks like next to Cullinan. Okay, there's Cullinan right there, and then here's Mr. Unlucky. Oh, we may have found a dupe. Yeah, that's really pretty. So I saw, this is a spoiler, by the way, if you hadn't watched Shane's last episode of their series, so you might want to skip. But I saw where Jeffree is putting the emerald green color in another mini controversy palette, and then I saw where they're actually just gonna do the shade by itself. So I'm hoping that he'll actually do like all of his colors in single pans, so you ain't gotta buy a whole nother palette if you run out or hit pan on another one, you know. But who knows. Alright, last palette, and it's not a Jeffree Star one. I might get some crap for this, but you know what, at the end of the day, makeup is makeup. You know, I spend my money on what I want, just like you spend your money on what you want. But I got my friend this palette for Christmas last year, and she is like obsessed with it. And so when it came out again this next go around, I was like, I'm gonna get it for me. I want to see what it's all about. I love, you know, I was a fan, but you know, I still kind of am, but then again, I'm not. You already know what I'm talking about. The Mini James Charles Morphe palette. I know, but you know what? I really don't care. This is what I did my look with today. So, ooh, it's got setting spray all on the, Lord have mercy. But anyways, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, very versatile palette. If I were needing to just pick one palette and go, and I wanted to have something for neutrals, rainbow, whatever, this could be the palette. And it's got a highlighter in it. It's got a contour color in it. I mean, it's got pretty much any color that you need in here. And it's really kind of hard to pick a favorite color. I really do love this red in here. I think it's called You're Kidding. I hate it when they don't put it on the, yeah, here's You're Kidding. It's a really good red. Really crappy swatch, but I love this shade Artistry, but it is so freaking hard to get it on. It's like, it don't matter if you use your finger, a brush, setting spray, what, it don't matter. And I freaking love this color too. This is Skip. I'm wearing this one today. It's so freaking gorgeous. And then I love Escape. I'm wearing this one today also. Which, like I said, I just love purples. And then Ring Light is so gorgeous. Also wearing this one. I put this on top of Artistry because I wasn't getting what I wanted. And I'm also wearing it as a highlight. You probably, oh, you can see a little bit. But I mean, it's a really good palette. And I mean, for the price, you really can't beat it. Okay guys, now that my fingers are all stained and I have to somehow find a way to put all these palettes back, I guess that is all for this video. Be sure to like it if you liked it, or comment, subscribe, you know, do whatever you want to do. I can't make you do what you don't want to do. So anyways, alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, I feel like I got something in my freaking eye. Here comes Bubba. What's up, babe? Oh.
Why is it?
I'm not taking it off. I was making a video.
Why?
Because I want to. What are you doing?
You're gonna take my earrings out.
Okay. Because I'm making a video.
Yeah, I heard you say, okay.
He come in, he said, Mama, I got poo poo. Okay. Really? because I had a fit wanting this palette, and I finally got. She gonna get my ass copyrighted for listening to that. I'm gonna beat every single person in this house. Okay. Next one I have is a beauty killer. Next one I have.